Please welcome to poolside your referees and their team of technical officials. Thank you, officials. You may now be seated. Well, a very warm welcome to the final day of the Go-Cardless National Summer Meet here for Swim England at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre. One more day of racing to come. It's been the end of a busy week, an excellent week of racing. We've got the open male 200 meters freestyle to start off the session this morning. We've then got some para swimming events, both the female and open male multi-classification 200 meters free, the female 200 meters breaststroke, and then we'll end the session with the female 200 meters butterfly. The open male 50 meters butterfly and the female 50 meters backstroke will close the session this morning. So loads of racing to come over the next few hours. Please welcome the athletes for the open male 200 meters freestyle heats. This is Heat 1. Well, it's the last day of the Go-Cardless Swim England National Summer Meet. Thanks for joining us here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre. And hello to all of you joining on the Swim England YouTube channel as well. It's Mama Nicholas and Ewan Dunlop for you across the whole of this last Sunday session. First seat of the open male 200 metres freestyle. Gabriel Renison-Ray goes in lane 0 for Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 1, it's Elliot Darity for Crawley. 2 is Enzo Pietkowski for the City of Coventry. In 3, it's Max Burdett for the City of Leicester. 4 is Jake Atkinson for Basildon and Phoenix. In 5, it's Rory McDonald for Guildford City. 6 is Dante Palmer for Nova Centurion. 7 is Mark Liakas for Hillingdon. 8 is Eli Ginn for Chelsea and Westminster. And 9, Henry Malone for Elmbridge Phoenix. All these swimmers are in the 12-13 years age group. There are 5 age groups across the course of the National Summer Meet. A combined 12-13 years age group, a combined 14-15 years age group. A standalone 16 years age group, a standalone 17 years, and an 18 years and over age group. Come in the top 10 in any of those age categories and you qualify for the final. It's as simple as that. Mark Liakas for Hillingdon leads through that term, but only by 0.15 of a second. Enzo Pitkowski for the City of Coventry in 3rd place at the moment. Rory McDonald's taken a bronze medal this week on the 100 free. Jake Atkinson has taken silver on the 100 back, and Max Burdett silver on the 200 IM yesterday. Last 5 meters now for lanes 7 and 5. Mark Liakas in 7. Rory McDonald in 5. It's Liakas in there first. 2:11.14. Big new lifetime best from Mark Liakas. Knocks 3 seconds off his lifetime best to win Heat 1. Rory McDonald goes 2:11.59 to finish second. Enzo Piatkowski goes 2:13.15. The top 3 there are all lifetime bests. There's the official result for Heat 1. Let's do that again 10 more times. This is Heat 2. Second heat, the open male 200 metres freestyle, and George Howard for the City of Leicester is in lane 0. Ethan Dwyer for the City of Liverpool is in 1. Romeo Ball of Maidstone's in 2. Kasper Navazelski for Ealing in 4. Jacob Thistlewood for Stockport's in 5. Milton Xavier Yao, City of Coventry, goes in 6. Oscar Madrill for the Isle of Man's in 7. Leo Craven for Warrington in 8. And Daniel Circuit for Basingstoke is in lane number 9. Every single athlete in this field is in the 13 years age group. And provided they go underneath 2:11, the top 7 athletes in this heat will qualify for tonight's final. Ethan Dwyer leads through the first turn, 62.11. Lifetime best for the City of Liverpool swimmer is 2:11.3. Top 7 athletes, remember, in this heat underneath 2:11.15 will qualify for tonight's 12-13 years final. Lane 7. It's just ahead of lane 1, I think, coming into this turn. Maybe lane 1 will take the touch. It is 1:35.7 for Ethan Dwyer on that turn. 1:36.0 for Oscar Madrill of the Isle of Man. 0.26 of a second between them. And now the last 25 meters. Ethan Dwyer, silver medalist on the 400 meters freestyle, looking for a place in tonight's 200 meters freestyle final. Well, he's going to be miles under 2:11.1. Ethan Dwyer goes 2:07.52, big new lifetime best. First time under 2:10, would you believe, for Ethan Dwyer from the City of Liverpool. More than 3 second PB from him, closer to 4. Oscar Madrill goes 2:08.95. Dan Circuit goes 2:09.50. All of those are PBs. All of them drop underneath the 2:10 mark for the first time. The top 4 there are 100% into the final, so we will see Romeo Ball, Dan Circuit, Oscar Madril and Ethan Twyer guaranteed to make the final. Swimmers that placed 5th and below there will need to wait and see on the remaining swims. This is heat 3.
In the water from lane 0, Merrick Pillay, City of Sheffield. His teammate George Robinson next door in 1. Lorcan Walton, City of Bristol in 2. Cal Pinella, Chelsea and Westminster in 3. In the centre lanes, James Graham, City of Liverpool, and Tom Holt, Northumberland and Durham. In 6, Charlie Bray for Bromley, and Austin McKenna for Middlesbrough. Toby Drayson for Belper Marlins, and Daniel Staskis representing Teddington. One 13-year-old in the pool, that's Daniel Staskis. The rest are 14 years of age. Still got 2 13-year-olds in heat number 4. And that will conclude the 12 and 13-year age group for this event at least. Leader in 4, James Graham, City of Liverpool. 2:09.17 personal best coming into this championship. And behind him at the moment, any of 4, but it is in 1. George Robinson, City of Sheffield swim squad. Got a personal best of sub 2:09, but 9.5 coming in. And then in Southern, great 50 metres for Austin McKenna of Middlesbrough. Another 2:08 PB swimmer. And he's fighting James Graham now for the lead of this heat. Of course, these boys are going to be setting the pace in the 14-15-year age group. You do have 15-year-olds right through until, let's have a look, heat number 7. So nothing will be fully decided in terms of the finalists until that point. So another 10 minutes away or so. But this heat and 1 more will decide the 12-13 years. James Graham takes the winner, fantastic 2:05. Austin McKenna 2:06. Daniel Staskis with a 2:09.9 pretty much backs his place in the final later on tonight, or this afternoon I should say. Bit of a shorter day on day number 6. Those times confirmed. Graham, McKenna, Walton, your top 3. And those 2:05s and 2:06s looking pretty strong in the 14-15-year age group. We'll wait and see. This is heat number 4. In the water from the bottom, Lewis Hall, Kingston upon Hull, Sam Wilson for Ramsbottom, Frankie Zeital for Barnet Copthorne, or Barnet Copthall. Logan Wiggins for Derby Excel, Jake Mock for Sevenoaks, Nathan Broadwater for Plymouth, Dan Lawrence for Staines, Ollie Ratchford for Sevenoaks, Jaden Carter for Basildon Phoenix, and Jacob Schultz for the City of Cambridge. Great starts in 0 for Lewis Hall, Kingston upon Hull, and in Southern, Ollie Ratchford for Sevenoaks. They'll lead the way at halfway mark by well over a second too. And Lawrence, Schultz and Broadwater and Wiggins all within half a second of each other through the centre. Best of those making a move is Logan Wiggins, the Derby Excel swimmer. 2:08.23, personal best to get into this meet. And he's coming through very strongly, as is in 9 Jacob Schultz for the city of Cambridge. Wow, look at this. Try and pick a winner. Logan Wiggins looking strong from 3rd and 4th to fighting for #1 spot with Jacob Schultz. Schultz is a 2:09.15. He's going to absolutely crush his personal best here. That is a great swim, 2:05.49. That is almost 4 full seconds off his personal best. Logan Wiggins 2:06.05. That's almost 2 seconds for him. And Dan Lawrence 2:06.88, likewise, great swim. Frankie Zettel 2:08, that'll get him into the final for 12-13 years. Also for Dan Lawrence the same. Great swim, guys. This is heat number 5. From lane 0, Henry Bolton for Beausejour Barracuda. Zach Bourne Withington for Kingston upon Hull. Patrick O'Hara for the City of Leeds in lane 2. Charlie Morgan for Teddington in 3. In 4, Corby's Lorenzo Kiolan. In 5, Stockport Metro's Mason Grady. In 6 for Worcester, Joseph Agoston. In 7, City of Leeds, Hayden Lamb. In 8, Winsford, Luke Nevin Suarez. And in 9, Bromley's Arlo Shaw. This race is purely 14 and 15-year-old category. So the 12 and 13s are done, they are locked in. Those top 10 will be confirmed imminently. Looking like a sub 2:10 to get into that 12, 13-year-old final. Much quicker for the 14, 15-year-olds. Already seen some 2:04s, 2:05s. And all of the guys in the water are 2:04 or 2:06 swimmers between that range. And look at this, it's an interesting layout here from the near side to the far side. Only one bucking the trend is Arlo Shaw, but otherwise Morgan, Kiolan and Bolton will lead the way home, but not with any sort of sizable advantage. All can change in the final 50. In 3 and 4, Charlie Morgan and Lorenzo Kiolan for Teddington and Derby respectively. Both of them 2:04 swimmers, just 500 separating their qualifying times and PBs. Looks like they're both going to set new personal bests, but the heat win is going to go to lane 4. Lorenzo Kiolan 2:03.55 and 2:03.99. First time ever for those two under 2:04. Well done, chaps, great work. Best of the rest, Patrick O'Hara 2:05.19. All those times confirmed, locked in, good to go. So 2:03, the new times to beat. This is heat number 6. taking part in heat number 6, and we begin to see the first of our 16-year-olds from lane 0. Martinez Kazakevicius, swimming for British Deaf. In 1, Sam Green for Bassett Law Swim Squad. In 2, Ben Beale for Northumberland and Durham. Alfie Davies for Woking in 3. Ollie Davies for City of Leicester in 4. Byron Tucker for Portsmouth North Sea in 5. Daniel Augustine for Chelsea and Westminster in 6. Cormac Whiteley for Ramsbottom in Southern. Jack Smith, City of Leicester in 8. And Hayden Hall for Devon in 9. What a start for Ben Beale, the Northumberland and Durham Performance Squad swimmer. He does have a personal best of sub 2 minutes. A qualifying time for this meet though of 2:03, which put him into heat 6. Otherwise that would have been good enough for the likes of heat 9 or 10. This is superb, and looks like he's going back onto that personal best form. But a fairly successful GB Summer Champs in 2024. Gold in the 200 fly. Several other finals. Elsewhere, in lanes 7 and 8, Cormac Whiteley and Jack Smith. And in lane 0, not going too badly, Martinez Kazakevicius. He is one of our 3 16-year-olds in this heat. But Ben Beale, 2 minutes 0.5. That is fantastic. A big chunk off the new fastest times. And that is the 15-year age group as well. Kazakevicius 2nd, Jack Smith 3rd. Those times all turn from red to blue on our in-venue scoreboard, which means we can, in just a second, move on to heat number 7. So taking a massive chunk of time off our quickest 15-year-old there. And we have, in fact, only one more 15-year-old in the field. It's here in lane 0, Rob Shipley for Middlesbrough. In 1, Will Hewitt for Middlesbrough, his teammate, in fact, in 0 and 1. In 2, Chichester Cormorant, Charlie Stevenson. In 3, Maxwell's Ryan Gresmy. In 4, Newham and University of East London's Baris Maritoglu. In 5, City of Birmingham's Jensen Pickett. In 6, Mount Kelly's William Irvine. In Southern, Cleethorpes and District, Andrew Hunter. Stanley Biggett for Killer Wales in 8. And Mikhailo Solovyov for Guildford City in 9. Well, what an incredible contrast in heat 7 compared to heat number 6. Nobody, no out-and-out leader. There is one man in front, just Ryan Gresmy for Maxwell. We'll also keep our eye on Rob Shipley, the 15-year-old. Make sure he gets a qualifying time for the final. If he does, needs to be, I'm not going to quote a time officially here, but around about 2:03 should be fine. And he is a 2:01.94 PB swimmer, so should be pretty safe. Coming back in 5, Jensen Pickett for City of Birmingham. He's going to be up there alongside the quick starter, Rayan. Then it's a little fight between, what are we looking at, Charlie Stevenson in 2, then over on the far side, Stanley Pickett and Mikhailo Solovyov in 8 and 9. They'll be in the first 3 home. Winner though, Jensen Pickett, 1:59. Lovely stuff. First time ever under 2 minutes for Jensen Pickett. That's a big barrier smash through. Ryan Jesmy, 2 minutes 0.7. Solovyov 2:01.56. Rob Shipley will be absolutely fine with that 2:02.23. Those times are confirmed. This is heat number 8. So we've seen a couple of sub 2 minutes, and these will that will become the norm very soon. But the last 30 swimmers in this event are all sub 2 minutes, even as quick as the very low 150s. In heat 8, Thea Harris-Bramwell, City of Coventry, Matt Soers for Wigan Best, Harley Williams for Hastings Seagull, Harry Cox for Thanet, Jackson Świderski for Wickham District, Owen Wilson for Ramsbottom, Conor Mint for Basildon and Phoenix, Josh Miles for Bristol and South Gloucestershire, Max Zaszowski of Wandsworth, and Thea Brundtlet of Nuneaton and Bedworth. So, although their entry times are just over 2 minutes, we do have 1, 2, 3 of these chaps that have gone sub 2. One of those in lane 3 is Harry Cox, who also won gold in the 200 back this week, as well as bronze in the 100 back. So clearly a pretty good freestyle swimmer as well. Going fantastically well though. Max Zaszowski of Wandsworth, gold in the 400 free this week, looking to double up on the 200. Well, he started his campaign very well this morning. In the 16-year age group, that is a 1:58.56. Wow, absolutely fantastic. That is over a second off his personal best. He'd already gone sub 2, he'd not gone sub 1:59. Josh Miles next door goes 1:59.24. That is a new personal best, first time under 2 minutes. And Matt Sawyer's 2 minutes 17, over half a second off his lifetime best. Well done, guys. This is heat number 9. In the water with 3 heats to go in our opening event of our final day here. Jack Kears for Guildford City, Tim Jones for Newquay Cormorants, Angus McKean for Mount Kelly, James Dakin for Leeds University Aquatics, Brian Deneb for Chelsea and Westminster, Donato Strigasius for City of Manchester, James Shevchenko for Royal Wolverhampton School, Yasin Selmani for Barnet Copthall, Zach Sheriff for Wickham District, and Adam O'Neill for Bedford. And into our cyclically seeded heats now. So you will see for these 3, as always, as we organise the heats in these events, the central 4 particularly will be exceptionally quick. Tim Jones and one's given it a good go as well, the new key cormorant. But those in the middle, so Shevchenko, Dragasius, Dinev, and Dakin, their personal bests are a good 4 seconds quicker than those on the outside 6 lanes. We're looking at 154s, 155s. All of those 4 in the middle, all in the 18 plus category. We do have Jack Kears in 0, who's 16 years of age, and a few 17-year-olds. So the battle of the senior swimmers in the middle, going to be won in lane 6 by James Shevchenko, 154.77. Outside his personal best, as are the other guys, but that's not too important. I mean, they don't want to be too complacent. Still need to get shots in that final later on this afternoon. And the likes of Brian Dinev might be struggling with a 158.39. There are some great swimmers to come. He may miss out with that. Shevchenko, Dragasius should be absolutely fine. Dakin 156, have to wait and see. This is heat number 10. Penultimate heat in our opening event.
Yeah, there's a whole, they put in this, and I find it quite...
In the pool, Jamie Steadman, Bristol and South Gloucestershire in lane 0. In 1, Rahil Mahmood of Newham and University of East London, Sam Williams for Wickham District, Lawrence Elliott for Exeter City, Jacob Goodman for Atlantis, Jack Jenkinson for Skipton, Archie Hawkins for Thanet, Daniel Tedesco for Ealing, Yusuf El Madini for Crawley, and in 9, Ruben Thomas for Mount Kelly. Look at that start from Jacob Goodman. Now his personal best, 148.55. So this is not any sort of surprise whatsoever. He's actually got the fastest PB in the entire event, although he's not in heat number 11, simply because his qualifying time was, I'm going to say, only 152.88, which was a season's best. But he can go 4 seconds quicker. Won gold in the 400 freestyle in the senior competition this week. So properly back on form, and he will be the man to beat, surely, in the final later on tonight. On this performance at least. Next door, Jack Jenkinson for Skipton in 5, 154.38, season's best. Likely challengers tonight are going to be those of like Luke Ibbison, 151 personal best this season. Will likely be putting up the big fight against Jacob Goodman. Archie Hawkins in 6, having a good time. His 156.01 PB under threat most definitely. Goodman though 154.56. That'll get him into the final. Won't be the quickest time. Jenkinson 155, Hawkins 155, 3 seconds, 0.3 of a second between them in Hawkins' favour. Lawrence Elliott 156. That's going to be on the margin to get into that final. One more heat to come. All those times are confirmed. Heat number 11. Final heat then. 1:54 or 55 to be in the senior final is what we think is required, depending on how many people beat. That's of course in this heat. Patrick Neal, one of our two 17-year-olds. He's for the City of Leeds in lane 0. Finney and Malcolm for Newcastle Staffs in 1. Elliot Lawton, also 17 years of age, in 2 for City of Coventry. Liam Dawson for Tedcaster York. Luke Ibbison for Wickham District. Ben Newell for University of Birmingham. His teammate Sam Cook next door in 6. Jack Pritchard for Wigan Best. Tyler Hollyman for Corby. And Harvey Alsop for Repton Swimming. Alsop on the far side, just 16 years of age, youngest swimmer in this last heat. Every single one of them sub 2 minutes on the entries as per heat number 10. Luke Ibbison, personal best set this season, 1:51.96. Above him in 5, Ben Newell in the red cap of Birmingham, 1:54.16. Season's best and lifetime best. And those two are truly setting the pace of the rest. Finney and Malcolm in lane 1, Newcastle, Staffordshire. Coming through, Elliot Lawton. He's one of our two 17-year-olds. But look at this, out at the front, a remarkable time. It is 1:52.03, fastest of the lot, and he can go quicker. Ben Newell, 1:53.94, new lifetime best in the heats. See him again later in the final. Elliot Lawton, 1:57. That'll be in the 17-year-old final. Should be okay too for Patrick Neal in the 1:58. All those to be confirmed. Keep your eye on the website for those results and see who's made the final. Those times are in the bank. And next up we will have some para swimming. It is the female multi-classification 200 meter freestyle. This is heat 1 of 1.
The one and only heat of the female multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. These are para swimmers in the pool right now. All of them in both this event and the open male event that will follow swim in the S14 classification. This is a classification for swimmers with intellectual impairments. S14 swimmers will have difficulty with aspects of swimming such as pattern recognition, pacing, different strokes, different turns, training schedules. All of these things can impact S14 athletes. Have to go through a rigorous classification process to be eligible to swim in this classification. Isla Roberts of Maxwell goes in lane 2. Gavina Seminella for Wickham is in 3. Amy Chullerton for the City of Manchester in 4, Lena Crisp for Norwich Swan in 5, and Chiara Fellone for Ramsbottom is in lane 6. Lena Crisp of Norwich Swan is in the S14 classification, but she is one of the youngest swimmers in the programme. In fact, she only had her birthday at the start of the week, her 12th birthday. Very clearly Amy Chorlton for the City of Manchester who leads though. There will be a multi-class final, and all of these athletes will automatically qualify for that final, so they get 2 chances to race the 200 freestyle today. Usually I have to tell you all about points in the para races, but this time around the points, other than giving us an idea on how strong the swim holds up against the rest of the world, will not be relevant. It will literally be who touches the wall first. And this is how para-swimming will usually work. When you go to a World Para-Swimming Championships or a Paralympic Games, the athletes will be split into their classifications for each race. So you'll have the S14 200 meters freestyle, which is effectively what we're seeing here. Final 5 meters, Amy Chorlton's lifetime best is 2:27.71. This morning she goes 2:29.93, so a little bit outside that, but scores a very respectable 561 points with that effort. 2:36.47 for Lena Crisp. That puts her in second place in this heat. Gavina Seminella goes 2:43.90. Chiara Fellon 2:44.66. And Isla Roberts of Maxwell, the 11-year-old swimmer in lane 2. She is the youngest in the field, most certainly. Comes through there with a 3:01.33. So all 5 swimmers will progress through to tonight's final. There's the official result. Amy Chorlton, Lena Crisp and Gavina Seminella, the top 3 athletes in that heat of the 200 freestyle. I'd expect the final to be a little bit faster tonight. Nobody was on PB pace this morning. We're going to do that again next, this time with the open male swimmers. This is the open male multi-classification 200 meters freestyle, heat 1 of 1. Second of our para-swimming events this morning. This time exactly the same as the previous one, except we've switched from female to open male. Lane 2 is Giorgio Oxby for Stockport Metro. Lane 3 is Owen Tempest for the City of Leeds. In 4 it's Hayden Hudson for Chesterfield. Lane 5 is Lucas Lee for Dearne Valley, and lane 6 is Ashton Platts for Dover Lifeguard. Hayden Hudson is out fastest. He is 15 years old. Enters on his PB of 2:11.24. Owen Tempest and Lucas Lee a little bit behind that. Lee's lifetime best is 2:12. Owen Tempest back on a 2:22. So no surprise really to see Hayden comfortably in the lead. Owen Tempest has taken a silver medal this week on the multi-class 100 breaststroke. Lucas Lee has taken bronze on the 100 back and gold on the 100 fly. And Ashton Platts in lane 6, bronze medalist on the 200 medley. We are exceptionally good in this country at S14 200 freestyle, both for the male and female swimmers. World record holder on both the male and female S14 200 free is a British athlete. Final 15 meters then for Hayden Hudson of Chesterfield. 2:11.3 is his all-time best. He's going to be a little way off that in the heats this morning, but he will touch first by almost 10 meters. 2:15.59 for Hayden Hudson this morning, and that scores him 553 British swimming para points. 2:23.43 for Lucas Lee to finish in second. 2:28.3 for Ashton Platts. 2:28.9 for Owen Tempest, and 2:26.9 for Giorgio Oxby. That's the new season's best for Oxby in lane 2. There's the official results of heat 1 of the open male MC 200 free. Next, the female 200 meters breaststroke. There's 14 heats of this. We'll start with heat 1. Yeah, let's go with heat 1. First heat of the female 200 meters breaststroke on the final day of swimming at the Go-Cardless Swim England National Summer Meet 2025. Anaya Agrawal for Medways in 3, Eva Kane for Erith in 4, Amber Meehan for Bristol and South Gloucestershire in 5, and Polina Korodkova for Poole in lane 6. Agrawal leads through the first turn. All athletes here in the 12-13 years age group. I think to make the 12-13 years final, you'd want to be going underneath 2:52. That's going to put you in the best stead. Might not guarantee it. If you go under 2:51, I think you're guaranteed to get in that. Under 2:52, you've got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, well, I'll get to you.
It's Amber Meehan of Bristol and South Gloucestershire who leads through the final turn, but only by 0.43 of a second. Ania Agrawal keeping with the Bristol and South Gloucestershire swimmer. Agrawal, one of the 12-year-old athletes invited here. Same story for Korodkova. Minimal numbers of 12-year-old athletes invited, only 5. And you really have to be the top 5 in England to be invited to attend the National Summer Meet this year. Last few strokes for Amber Meehan of Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Lifetime best was 2:55.14. It's now 2:54.07. New PB by just over a second for Amber Meehan. Ania Agrawal goes 2:57.50. That's just a touch outside her previous best. Polina Korodkova 3:02.85 to finish third, and Eva Kane's in fourth place. There's your official result for Heat 1. Heat 2. Second heat, the female 200 meters breaststroke. Molly Robinson goes in lane 0 for West Dorset. In 1, it's Amelia Webb for Winchester City Penguins. Lane 2 is Sarah Vasilevska for Nova Centurion. In 3, Holly Calvert for Edenbridge. In 4, Sian Headley for Nova. Lane 5, Ada Morehouse for Derby Excel. In 6, it's Neve Ives for Hatfield. 7 is Hugh Kiana Hui for the City of Liverpool. In 8, Ella Hendon for Tadcaster. And 9 is Holly Ralph for Cockermouth. Already starting to mix up the age groups, mainly 13-year-old swimmers in this heat. 2 14-year-olds go though. Sian Headley in lane 4, Holly Calvert in lane 3 are both in the 14-15 years age group this week. It will be Amelia Webb though, who leads through the first turn at this end. Her lifetime best is a 2:50.77. She actually does have the fastest PB in the field. Entry time is 2:53.8. There's all sorts of reasons why there'll be a discrepancy between the entry time and the PB. The most common one in this situation, I'd suggest that Amelia has, since the window closed, so since the middle of May, has now gone faster. Lane 9's going nicely too. Holly Ralph of Cockermouth. She'll turn in second place on this last turn, so it'll be Amelia Webb in lane 1 from Holly Ralph in lane 9. Nearly 2 seconds between them. But Amelia Webb still swimming away from the rest of the field. She was faster on that 50 than anybody else. Last 5 meters coming up, it will be Amelia Webb of Winchester that sets the fastest time for a 13-year-old so far. 2:50.53 is a new PB for Amelia Webb of Winchester. Sian Headley goes 2:53.64. That's just off her best time. Holly Ralph goes 2:53.71 on the far side to set a new PB by more than a second to take third place. So 2:50.5 becomes the time to beat in the 13 years age group, and 2:53.6 is the time to beat in the 14s. This is heat 3. So with that performance from Amelia Webb, we are likely to see her back in the final. A 2:50 should be fast enough for her to qualify for the 13 years final. Now we're on to heat 3. Vivian Wilkinson for Royal Metro goes in lane 0. Millie Coe for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 1. Jess Evans for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monston goes in lane 2. It's Mia Curl for Hillingdon in 3. Georgia Simons for Hackneys in 4. Abby Coventry for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 5. Ursula Carroll for Stockport Metro in 6. Maisie Matthews for Louth is in lane 7. Lexi Todd for Loftus in lane 8. And Autumn Humpage for the City of Birmingham is in lane 9. Georgia Simons leads. She's in the 14 years age group. In fact, 14-year-olds go in lanes 0 through 5 and 7 through 8. 2 13-year-olds, Carroll in 6 and Humpage in 9. Top 13 years time is 2:50 point, and top 14 years time is 2:53 point. I think to make the 15 years final, you'd need to go under 2:49, ideally. a mid to low 2:48. Georgia Simons seems to be striving for that final. Her PB is a 2:52.1, so she is going to need a significant lifetime best to qualify, but seems to be set on one. Simons is 2.25 seconds clear of Curl in lane 3. They're both in the 14 years age group. Mia Curl is swimming ever so slightly faster than Georgia Simons, and Curl could certainly pip her to the post here. Really quick stroke rate from Mia Curl of Hillingdon in lane 3, who now draws level with race leader Georgia Simons of Hackney in lane 4. These swimmers' lifetime bests are both 2:52s. They're going to be well inside that. They might even be under 2:50. Simons and Curl. Simons goes 2:50.69. She does get the touch new lifetime best by 1.5 seconds. Similar story for Mia Curl, 2:50.83. Nearly a 2-second PB for Mia Curl of Hillingdon. That is now the top 14 years time, 2:50.6. Millie Coe goes 2:53.7. No advance on the 13 years times. The two 13-year-olds go 2:56.9 and 3:06.0. There's the official result for Heat 3. Next, let's have Heat 4. Heat 4, the female 200 metres breaststroke. It's Neve Blackett of Newcastle in lane 0. Grace O'Hara for the City of Leeds is in lane 1. Alice Wallinger for Wellingborough is in 2. Martha Rickard of Bromley is in lane 3. Nina Kulchk for Camden in 4. Sophia Washer for Wickham in 5. Alice Box, City of Birmingham in 6. Mia Garner Borough of Harrow in 7. Libby Hadlington, Royal School Wolverhampton in 8. And Billy Marie Bollock for Royal Tunbridge Wells goes in lane 9. Grace O'Hara from the City of Leeds leading at the moment. She is in the 13 years age group. We will expect her in the final. Still no advance from the previous heat on the 2:50.6 time. So she goes under 2:50, then we will see Grace O'Hara 100% in the final. And if both of them go under 2:50, we will see both the 13-year-olds, so O'Hara and also Rickard, in the final tonight. Good swims on the far side. Billy Marie Bollock and Libby Hadlington in lanes 8 and 9. and Mia Garner of Harrow up in lane 7, swimming well. They may all catch Grace O'Hara in lane 1. Last couple of strokes, O'Hara will hold on for the wall to 50.14. So I think with that time we will see Grace O'Hara in the 13 years final. To 50.41 for Libby Hadlington to touch second. And Billy Marie Bollock goes to 50.55 to finish third. PBs all round that. There's the official result on screen for you. Next up is Heat 5. Heat 5, the female 200 metres breaststroke, lane 0 is Florrie Spicer for the City of Bristol. In lane 1 it's Holly Salter for Edenbridge Piranhas. In 2, Eliana Zubel for Camden Swiss. Lane 3 is Minnie Wilkinson for Wantage White Horses. In 4, Sasha Zeus for Nova Centurion. Lane 5 is Tilly Hubbard for Taunton Dean. In 6 it's Olivia Cooley for Royals Tunbridge Wells Monson. 7 is Kate Andrews for the City of Leicester. Ellen Carr for Guildford City's in 8, and Kira Johnson for Wigan Best is in lane number 9. It's Olivia Cooley who turns first. Cooley in the 15 years age group. Big mixture of age groups here. We've got a 13-year-old Holly Salter in lane 1. She's expected to make the final. I reckon a 250 low or better now makes the 13 years final. Millie Wilkinson in lane 3, also in that 13 years age group. Several swimmers in the 14, 15 years. So you've got Spicer in 0, Zabel in 2, Zeus in 4, Hubbard in 5, Cooley in 6, Calf in 8 and Johnson in 9. They're all in the 14, 15 years age group. And then just the one swimmer in the 17 years as well. Kate Andrews for the City of Leicester in lane 7 is in the 17 years age category. The race at the moment seems to be happening through the outside lanes. Ellen Calf of Guildford City going nicely in lane 8. She will turn first, I should think, here on the final turn. It'll be tight between 5 of them though. So Calf half a second from Salter, and Spicer, who turned at exactly the same time. Lanes 1 and 0 had nothing between them on that turn. 2:06.18, their equal split. And Florrie Spicer from the City of Bristol having a pop of this from lane 0. Ellen Calf of Guildford City trying to stick with. And Holly Salter of Edenbridge also trying to access the top few places in this heat. Last couple of meters, it'll be lanes 1 or 0, I think, here, or 8. It's lane 0. Florrie Spicer goes 2:49.47. Just outside her season's best. Holly Salter goes 2:49.53. That's her first time under 250. Ellen Calf 2:49.55 to finish in 3rd place. That is a new season's best by a second for Ellen Calf. There's the official result for Heat 5 of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Should we have Heat 6? I think so. Let's go. It's heat 6 of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Phoebe Oliver for Skipton's in lane 0. Carmen Biss for Camden in lane 1. Betsy Ryder for Skipton in 2. Hazel Augustine for Chelsea and Westminster's in lane 3. Isabel White for Biggleswade in 5. Amelia Williams for Guildford is in 6. Lucy Raper for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 7. Chloe Morris for Kingsbridge Kingfishers goes in lane 8. Too many Kings. Kingsbridge Kingfishers. And lane 9 is Orla Evans for Crawley. The 13-year-old in this heat, Hazel Augustine, is the 4th fastest 13-year-old to enter the Go-Kartless Swim England National Summer Meet this year. So we would expect her to final here. Her lifetime best is a 2:49.3. Definitely possible to be considered for the 15 years final from this heat. Will be into the top 10 seeded 14-15 year swimmers in the next heat, so certainly conceivable that we will see qualifiers from this one. 2:49.47 in the previous heat from Florrie Spicer is the set standard. You need to go potentially faster than that though to make the final, because there are still more than 10 swimmers to come. But it's a pretty good marking point for the 14-year swimmers here, and the 15-year swimmers. Can they get underneath that 2:49.4 from Florrie Spicer? Great swim from Orla Evans of Crawley in lane 9. A couple of days ago there was a big Crawley contingent here at Ponds Forge. They brought their fan club with them all the way up from Crawley to cheer on their swimmers, which was really nice to see. Orla Evans is 17 years old, but swims in the 18 years and over age group. She's being caught a little bit now by lane 7, Lucy Raper of Northumberland and Durham Performance. She is in the 14 years age group. And this is getting very tied up on the final few meters. Remember, finals places certainly could be up for grabs here. In fact, 13-year-old Hazel Augustine could take the whole heat from lane 3. She does, 2:50.23. That should be enough for the 13 years final for Hazel Augustine. Lucy Raper goes 2:50.33. That is just outside her best time. Isabel White 2:50.35 puts her in 3rd place. There's the official result for heat 6 of the female 200 meters breaststroke. This is heat 7. Seventh heat of female 200 meters breaststroke. Olivia Forsman for Leicester Sharks is in lane 0. Freya Tyndale for Northumberland and Durham Performance in lane 1. Naomi Broadley for the City of Wakefield in 2. Tamsin Rowley for Samwells in 3. Emily Taburn for Warrington in 4. Emmy Horwell for York City in 5. Florence Llewellyn for the City of Milton Keynes in 6. Kira Binns for Doncasters in 7. Isabel Brock for Clevedon's in lane 8. And Poppy Nutman for the Borough Kirklees is in lane 9. Isabel Brock of Clevedon leads through the first 50, 36.31 for her. 13-year-old goes in this race. Freya Tyndale of Northumberland and Durham Performance is in the 13 years age group. 16-year-old Isabel Brock of Clevedon leads at the moment. Gold medalist on the 100 meters breaststroke was Clevedon. Has some work to do just to qualify for the final here, though. There are quite a few 16-year-olds ahead of her. Yeah, at least 16-year-olds are still to come after Heat 7. Naomi Broadley for the City of Wakefield has taken the lead, the 15-year-old in lane 2. If you go the fastest time that we've seen, then you're going to guarantee your spot in the 14-15 years final now, because there are fewer than 10 swimmers remaining in that age group. Naomi Broadley for the City of Wakefield is in the 15 years age category. Still remains Florrie Spicer as the fastest 14-15-year-old we've seen. 2:49.4 was her time. This is going to be finals qualifier for Naomi Broadley, who goes 2:47.82 and sets a new lifetime best by nearly 2 seconds. She will qualify for the 14-15 years final with that time. 100% she'll be in. Olivia Forsman of Leicester Sharks goes 2:48.30. I think that will be enough. It's not guaranteed because there are still 9 swimmers to come, but we would expect that Olivia Forsman would make it with a 2:48.30. That is a new lifetime best by just over a second. And Isabel Brock goes 2:49.89 to finish in 3rd place. There is the official result for Heat 7 of the female 200 meters breaststroke. We're halfway through the heats of this event. Let's do Heat 8. Heat of the female 200 meters breaststroke. It's Rose O'Brien of Portsmouth North Sea in lane 0. Veronique Crozet for Greenwich Royals in 1. Mia Wilson, Basildon Phoenix in 2. Decille Waters for Harrogate is in 4. Marley Rose Garrett for the City of Liverpool's in 5. Savannah Williams, City of Bristol in 6. Charlotte Byron, Melson Mowbray in 7. Alice Watts, City of Cambridge in 8. And Elsie Jacqueline Lane for Amersham is in lane number 9 this morning. Again, wide range of athletes in Heat 8 of the female 200 meters breaststroke. Rose O'Brien of Portsmouth North Sea is in the 14 years age group. Along with her, Decille Waters in lane 4, Molly Rose Garrett in lane 5, and Elsie Jacqueline Lane in lane 9. There's one 13-year-old here, that's Savannah Williams, City of Bristol in lane 6. I lied, there's 2 because Mia Wilson of Basildon Phoenix is also in the 13 years age group. She's in lane 2. One 16-year-old, one 16-year-old. Veronique Crozet in lane 1 is 16. And then a couple of 17-year-olds, they're next to each other. Charlotte Byron in 7, Alice Watts in lane 8 are both in the 17 years age group. Veronique Crozet of Greenwich Royals leads 1:59.92. She's underneath the 2-minute mark on that turn. Her lifetime best is a 2:45.54. The best she's gone this season, 2:49.1. The 16-year-old still needs to jump a good number of swimmers to be considered for a final here. Final 15 meters for her to race. She wants to be in the 2:46 low. range to guarantee her place in the final. She's going to be inside that. It's going to be a lifetime best. Great swim, Veronique Crozet, 2:43.78. That is a new PB by nearly 2 seconds, and I am fairly sure that we will end up seeing her in the 16 years final with that effort. Savannah Williams goes 2:47.03. She will make the 13 years final with that time. Mia Wilson will also be through, I think, with a 2:49.0. Rose O'Brien goes 2:49.3 in the 14-15 years age group. Marley Rose Garrett 2:53.2. Well, 2:49.3 might make the final there for Rose O'Brien. Heat 9 is next. It's Heat 9 of the female 200 metres breaststroke at the Go-Kartless Swim England National Summer Meet 2025. Thanks for joining us here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre, and hello to everyone watching live on the Swim England YouTube channel. Great to have you along for this last day of racing. Charlotte Noyce of Didcot and Barramundi goes in lane 0. Lane 1 is Felicity Wiles for Maxwell. In 2, Isla Adams for Salisbury. In 3, Grace Talbot for Leamington Spa. Lane 4 is Sophia Fitzpatrick for Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Lane 5 is Amber Valletta for Walsall. In 6 is Emma Tooley for the City of Milton Keynes. Bolton have got Jasmine Roll in lane 7. Lily Hunt of Swindon is in lane 8. And 9 is Chloe Gilbert Bevan for Droitwich. Total of 14 heats to bring you in this 200 metres breaststroke. We are on heat 9. So 5 more heats to follow this one. It is Sophia Fitzpatrick of Bristol and South Gloucestershire, the 16-year-old who leads through that turn. Remember, we've seen a top 16 years time of 2:43.7 from Veronique Crozet in the previous heat. Sophia Fitzpatrick could challenge that here. Her all-time fastest swim is a 2:42.3. Fitzpatrick, gold medalist on the 50 metres fly this week. Two-second lead enjoyed by Sophia Fitzpatrick over fellow 16-year-old Grace Talbot in lane 3. Mainly 16-year-olds in this heat, I think. Talbot is 16, Adams 16, so is Wiles in lane 1, and Roll in lane 7. They're all in the 16 years age group. There's only going to be one winner out of them, and it's very clearly going to be Sophia Fitzpatrick of Bristol and South Gloucestershire. Can she challenge that 2:43.7 time just thrown down by Veronique Crozet? I think she might be just outside it as she comes into the last 5 metres. It'll be a season's best though for Sophia Fitzpatrick. She goes 2:47.24, new season's best by just over a second. Grace Talbot goes 2:49.78 to finish in second place. Chloe Gilbert Bevan up in lane 9 goes 2:51.0 to finish third. There's your official result for heat 9 of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Next is heat 10. Heat 10 of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Melissa Harrison for the City of Milton Keynes goes in lane 0. Addison Cropper for the City of Leeds in lane 1. Talia Curtis for Wantage White Horses is in lane 2. Rose Keefe for the City of Wakefield in 3. India Washer for Wickham in 4. Alice Holt for Wigan in 5. Erin Kaplan O'Brien for Hackneys in 6. Joey Lau for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 7. And Annabelle Edwards for York City in lane 8. Erin Kaplan O'Brien for Hackney Anaconda. A good couple of strokes ahead as she comes into the first turn at this end. She's in the 17 years age group. Her lifetime best is a 2:45.8. She enters though on a 2:48.0. Second to the wall there was Rose Keefe of the City of Wakefield, also in the 17 years age group, 1:18.9. Rose Keefe now in the lead in lane 3. The 17-year-old from the City of Wakefield leading this 10th heat at the female 200 metres breaststroke. Fastest time to date still remains Veronique Crozet's 2:43.7. Keefe of Wakefield will take the wall now. In a decent time, 2:46.48 is a new lifetime best for Rose Keefe of the City of Wakefield. Shaves a second and a half of her previous fastest effort. Talia Curtis goes 2:48.61. She's also in the 17 years age group. She's just outside her PB. Alice Holt of Wigan, 16 years old, goes 2:48.98 to finish in third. There's your result for Heat 10. Last of the unseeded heats next. This is Heat 11. Heat 11 of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Freya Gordon of Hazelmere is in lane 0. What a week she's having. 4 gold medals she's taken this week. On the 100, the 200 and the 400 free. And gold on the 400 IM. Fantastic week of swimming for Freya Gordon in lane 0. Summer Everson for Watford's in lane 1. Lily Horton in lane 2. For Wirral Metro in 3, it's Amelia Barrett of Tadcaster. Iola Bellinger for Winchester City Penguins goes in lane 4. Lilia Taylor for the City of Brighton and Hove in 6. Imogen Dolling for Croydon Amphibians in 7. Verity Hamilton for Norwich Swan in 8. And Ileana Forsyth for Enfield is in lane number 9. Good opening few metres from Ileana Forsyth. Out on the far side, 2:47.5 is her best time. Iola Bellinger of Winchester trying to keep with. Bellinger in the 15 years age group. 15-year-old Iola Bellinger of Winchester City Penguins going strong. She is the fastest ranked 14-15-year swimmer. The fastest 15-year-old we've seen so far has gone 2:48.30. No, I lie. The fastest one has gone 2:47.8. So 2:47.8 or under, and you're going to be in lane 4 of the final tonight. Iola Bellinger is going to smash through that. 2:41.20. She will be the fastest qualifier in the 14-15 years final with that time. Lilia Taylor for the City of Brighton goes 2:46.6. She's in the 17 years age group. That is not a shabby time from her either. That puts her as the fastest, second fastest 17-year-old we've seen so far. 2:46.9 for Ileana Forsyth in the 16 years age group is also a very good swim. I think that puts her as the fastest 16-year-old we've seen so far too. So several good swims in Heat 11. Heat 12. Heat 12 of the female 200 meters breaststroke. Eloise Herbert of Tadcaster is in lane 0. Darcy Platts for the City of Leicester's in 1. Evie Cutter for Wigan in 2. Grace Ibbison for Wickham in 3. Sophia Suarez Caulfield of Sandwells in 4. Colleen Devlin for the Uni of Birmingham in 5. Ella Jenkins for the Uni of Birmingham in 6. Connie Renard for Repton in 7. Sophie Stafford Gill for the City of Leicester's in 8. And Rachel Hornby from Wigan Best is in lane 9. It's Ella Jenkins who turns first. This is the first of the 3 cyclical heats that we will see this morning. That means that Sophia Suarez Caulfield in lane 4 is the 3rd fastest entrant into the National Summer Meet this year. Her entry time is 2:41.74. I think we've seen already a swim faster than that. I didn't note down the fastest swim in the previous heat, but I'm fairly certain that it was just a smidge underneath 2:41.7. 1:17.3 for Colleen Devlin for the Uni of Birmingham to lead through that turn. Ella Jenkins, her teammate, very much on her side at the moment. This is the first time we're seeing a bulk of swimmers in the 19 years and over age group, 18 years and over age group, of course, this week. It is Ibbison in 3, Suarez Caulfield in 4, Devlin in 5, Jenkins in 6, and Hornby in 9, all in that 18 years and over age group. Ella Jenkins turns just a smidge ahead of Colleen Devlin. 0.16 of a second between the two athletes in lanes 6 and 5. 2 red hats for the University of Birmingham side by side in this 12th heat. Now lane 3 starting to make a bit of a move. Grace Ibbison from Wickham District. Ibbison's PB is a 2:44.27. Final 15 meters now to swim. This will be between the 3 swimmers in lanes 3, 5 and 6. Ibbison, Devlin and Jenkins. It will be Grace Ibbison, I think, that gets the touch. Absolutely. 2:42.75 for Grace Ibbison to set a new lifetime best by a second and a half. Great swim from Grace Ibbison this morning. Colleen Devlin goes 2:43.43. That is a new season's best by 2/100ths. Ella Jenkins 2:43.73. Again, a season's best by a slightly larger margin. That's 3/4 of a second taken off her best effort. Heat 12 official result is there. Let's go for Heat 13. 13th heat of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Lola Knightley for Leamington Spas in lane 0. Ella Greatbatch for Bishop Stortford in 1. For Tini Kulkarni for Plymouth Leanders in 2. Eloise Wade for Newbury in 3. Chloe Butler for Norwich Swans in lane 4. Maisie Smith, Stockport Metro in 5. Ellen Bagley to Uni Birmingham in 6. Alice Forrest for Northumberland and Durham Performance in lane 7. Sienna Chung for the City of Sheffield in lane 8. And Amelie Brynd for Havant and Waterlooville goes in lane number 9 this morning. It's Chloe Butler of Norwich Swan who leads through the first 50, 35.93. This is the penultimate heat of the female 200 metres breaststroke. One more will follow. Strong opening 100 from Chloe Butler, who's coming in now to complete the first 100 metres. Her PB is 2:39.7. We've not seen anyone go underneath 240. In fact, we've not seen anyone go 240 point yet. Once again, swimmers in the 18 years and over age group make up the central lanes. Kulkarni in 2, Wade in 3, Butler 4, Smith in 5, Bagley in 6 are all in that 18 years and over age group. Amelie Brynd up in lane 9 is also part of that 18 years cohort. 2 16-year-olds. Chung in 8 and Forrest in 7 are both 16, and then Greatbatch in 1, Knightley in 0 in the 17 years age group. It will be Chloe Butler of Norwich Swan in lane 4 who turns first with 50 metres left to swim. She's under the 2-minute mark to 150, 159.37. She is the fastest swimmer in the pool based on split times, 42.28 that last 50. Eloise Wade of Newbury trying to keep her within her grasp. Eloise Wade was the gold medalist on the 100 metres breaststroke, so she'll want to attempt the double in the final tonight. These two will almost certainly qualify for the 1918 and over final. Chloe Butler of Norwich goes 2:41.85 this morning. That is the second fastest time we've seen so far. Eloise Wade goes 2:43.04 to finish in second place. Maisie Smith 2:45.00 puts her in third. So there's your official result for heat 13. One more heat of 200 breaststroke to bring you. This is heat 14. 14th heat of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Lane 0 is Olive Muir for Newbury in 1. It's Hannah Pye for Guildford City. Libby Blissett for Aylesbury is in 2. Sarah O'Brien of West Norfolk in 3. Hannah Bettinson for Stokesley in 4. Eleanor Perks for the Uni Birmingham in 5. Isis van der Stroom for Swim Bournemouth in 6. Scarlett Russell for the Uni Birmingham in 7. Caris Morgan for Millfield in lane 8. And Lucy Shaw for Crewe is in lane number 9 this morning. This is the last heat of the female 200 metres breaststroke. Hannah Bettinson, silver medalist on the 100 breaststroke, will be looking to upgrade that to gold tonight in the 18 years and over final. The central lanes again, all in that 18 up age group. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, as well as lane 9, are 18 years and over. Caris Morgan in lane 8 and Olive Muir in lane 0 are both 17-year-old swimmers. Hannah Bettinson of Stokesley leads. Her fastest ever time, 2:38.94. Hannah Pye in lane 1 is in the 16 years age group. She was the silver medalist for the 16 years 100 meters breaststroke earlier in the week. Her best time is a 2:45.4. (1:57.24) for Hannah Bettinson and 1:59.61 for Isis van der Stroom. 2.5 seconds between the two leaders on this 14th and final heat of the female 200 meters breaststroke. Still not seen a sub 240. Still not seen a 240. 241.2. Iola Bellinger is currently going to be in lane 4 of the final tonight. Let's see if Hannah Bettinson can set herself up any more nicely. She will go underneath 241 here, I think. Final few strokes for Bettinson, who goes 239.51. It's the only swim we've seen under 240. Hannah Bettinson of Stokesley will be in lane 4 of the 18 years and over final tonight with that effort. Isis van der Stroom goes 241.47. That is the second fastest time we've seen so far this morning. So she will actually go in lane 5 of that final. Scarlett Russell goes 2:44.55 to finish in 3rd place. There is the official result for heat 14. And that is the 200 breaststroke complete. Next up, we're back to para swimming. The open male multi-classification, 400 meters freestyle. Any moment, we'll start with heat 1.
And this will be just one heat event, and really a warm-up for later on in the finals. All of these guys are going to qualify for the final tonight. It's a matter of what lanes are they going to be in. From lane 2, Bournemouth Collegiate School, Theo Reynolds. In lane 3, City of Coventry's Niall Vim. In 4, Austria Otters, Akash Das. In 5, Plymouth College Aquatics, Noah Burden. In 6, Stepford's Tom Hall, and in 7, Carnforth District Otters, George Longley. Now we have a combination in here. We have S6 swimmers, George Longley and Theo Reynolds. We have S8 is Akash Das, Niall Vim is an S9, and S10s are Tom Hall and Noah Burden. And as I'm sure you'll be aware, this comes down to the points, not the times. So as we get closer to the end, we can start to see where the points are going to be falling. So most points wins. It is not necessarily, it can be of course, but not necessarily first time wins. And the points total is relative to the world's fastest time in your category. If somebody gets 1,000 points or more, then it is a new world's best. But this week we've seen plenty of scores over 500, generally considered a good score. Vim leads on times over Das by 3.3 seconds as we get closer to the halfway stage. On times, Das has the quickest personal best, 5:14, as a PB set this season. Noah Burden set a season's best of 5:20.36, has gone 1600ths quicker. And Neil Vim is the second fastest personal best on paper, 5:16, but a 5:22 as a qualifier to this meet. And he leads the way in the water. Again, he's S9, as is Noah Burden. So you will know that if you've got two swimmers in S9, as we do here, if Vim finishes first, he'll have more points than Burden. Okay, we are looking for representatives to go to the timing suite for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. So a Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson and Borough of Kirklees. So Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson and Borough of Kirklees representative to the timing suite as soon as we can, please. Approaching 300 metres, and this is turning out to be a really good swim from Nihal Vim. Looking more like PB territory than qualifying time. Second into the wall, 100 to swim, Akash Das, fastest PB on paper, the Austriotter. He's in the S8. In lane 5, Noah Burden for Plymouth College Aquatics. Has won a bronze this week in the 100 freestyle. And also took part in the School World Games in 2023 in Rio de Janeiro. That must have been quite a trip. Other medals this week, Theo Reynolds in lane 2, gold in the 50 fly and gold in the 100 free. He's coming with a PB of 6:06 this week. But back comes our leader against the clock, Neil Vim. He is led from the get-go. And he's going to win this by about 10 metres in distance, then we'll start to look at points. But it's going to be a good points total, close to 500 or so, and that has been a good number this week. So Vim gets 519 points with a 5:11.87, 5 second almost personal best for him. Akash Das in the S8, 544, takes the lead on points with a 5:22, which is a fair bit outside his personal best, so maybe he's saving himself for the final later on tonight. Again, we can see this as a warm-up for this evening. They're all going to be in the final, so they don't really need to put in a world-class or massive personal best performance, but Neil Vim has done just that. 519 points for Vim, 544 for Akash Das, in that order they came home. Then 350 for Noah Burden, 358 for Tom Hall, currently in third place. That is taken over by Theo Reynolds, who jumps with 483. And this is all about lane order for this afternoon. Those finals getting underway after 3 o'clock. So a shorter day today on the Sunday. George Langley is going to come home then. The Carnforth and District Otter, 6:37 is personal best. We've just gone past that. So is he being very, very clever, George, here? And just putting a swim in, knowing that he's got more in the tank for later. 6:47 on the clock for a 352 points total. And we'll see all these chaps later. Now we can move on. One more race until our mid-session break. It's the female multi-classification 400 freestyle, heat 1 of 1. All right then, our last race before our mid-session break. Still to come a little bit later this morning, the female 200-meter butterfly, the open male 50 fly, and the female 50 backstroke. There'll be a half-an-hour break, or thereabouts, after this heat before we do that though. But for the time being, in our one heat event, so all these girls are going to get into that final later on. This is about preparing and deciding lane order for this afternoon. We have got Alea Fleischer for Ashford School in 1, Maisie Cat for Borough of Kirklees in 2, Iona Winifred for Tonbridge in 3, Tia Johnson, Northumberland and Durham in 4, Ida Corcoran for Flitwick Dolphins in 5, in 6 Pools Lauren Petit, in 7 Kidlington and Gosford's Kirsty Hoffman, and in 8 Northampton's Rose Webb. No less than 6 PB set of the 8. We are still looking for a representative for Borough of Kirklees. So Borough of Kirklees swimming team, can you please send a representative immediately to the timing suite, please. Borough of Kirklees, we need you. Timing wise, we're looking at around about 5:30 for our quickest swimmers. That is in lane 4, Tia Johnson, 5:30.04 PB set this year. And she is, by a little distance actually, the quickest. She's in the S10 category with Lauren Petit in lane 6. Second fastest, a 5:56 coming in from Ida Corcoran in the S9. And she is joined in S9 by Alea Fleischer in lane number 1. Got 2 S7s next door to each other, Maisie Cat and Iona Winifred in lanes 2 and 3. S13 for Kirsty Hoffman in lane 7, and S6 for Rose Webb in lane number 8. So a really great combination of categories. We are beyond the halfway mark for our leaders. And it gives us some indication of timing, and therefore points too. But as per the open male race, we had it's a bit of a pre-final for the final later on. So every swimmer will be very, very aware of that. It won't have bypassed any of them. They're all going to make the final later. So this is about, it's a added pressure training swim. You don't want to put everything into this. You want to save yourself for, it'll be around about 5 o'clock this afternoon, the final of this race. That's a rough estimate. 3/4 of the swim done for Tia Johnson, and then a 4:10. That split was 43.87. That's the fastest split of the lot that have come through that 50 metres. And she's going to be around about, she's not going to break her PB of 5:30. It's not necessary either. If you want to do that, you want to do it in a final, just for a bit of added glory. But she's still looking at a good time here. She comes back in roughly 45 seconds. What's this split? It is a 43.68. Yeah, about 5:35 she's going to be, there or thereabouts. In lane 3, that is Iona Winifred in the S7, 14 years of age, 45-second split, still going very nicely indeed. Third place right now, Lauren Petit for Poole, 14 years in the S10, just like Tia Johnson. And back to the front, Towards the wall, Northumberland and Durham's Johnson will take the win on time. Her points total will be 481. Not bad at all. Here comes Iona Winifred in the S Southern. It's going to be a bigger number. 593 for Winifred. Fantastic. Should have said Johnson's already won a couple of golds this week in the 53 100 back. Got a bronze in the 200 IM. Next home in lane 6 is going to be Lauren Petit for Poole. Total's going to be 366. Then in 5, Ida Corcoran for Flitwick. 406 puts her into 3rd place. Rose Webb, 532 for the Northampton S6 swimmer. Well done, Rose. That jumps her straight into 2nd place in lane 2. Maisie Cat gets 420 points. In Southern, Kirsty Hoffman, 290. And in lane 1, to finish off this part of the session, Alea Fleischer for Ashford School. She's going to be around about the 290 mark. It is a 293 and a 6:56 time. Well done, girls. We'll see you all again a little bit later. Confirmation of those times. 593, your winning points total for Tonbridge's Iona Winifred. And that is the end of the session for the time being. Big thank you to our officials. You may now leave poolside. Your work is done for the time being. Warm-up will open once the pool is clear. And racing will start at 10:55. So once the pool is clear, warm-up can begin. Racing starts at 10:55. We're going to see, after 10:55, the 200 fly for the female competition, the open male 50 butterfly, and the backstroke female 50. So plenty of more heats to look forward to, with the finals later on this afternoon. So thank you for joining us in venue and online. Don't go too far. We're back underway with racing at 10:55.
Here come the athletes for our first heat, the female 200 meters butterfly, coming up very soon. This is heat 1. Heats of 200 fly to bring you welcome back to the final day of the Swim England Go-Kartless National Summer Meet 2025. Great to have you along here at Ponds Forge International Sports Centre, and hello to all of you joining on the Swim England YouTube channel as well. Olivia Tagg of Nova Centurion goes in lane 1, Jess Kennedy for Salisbury's in 2, Anya Schrockschnadel for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 3, Elsie Spate for the City of Bristol in 4, Emily Heavens for Mid-Sussex Marlins in 5, Neve Corrigan for Leyland Barracudas in 6, Ivy Osborne for Clevedon in 7, Lucy Jordan Cause for GB Def is in lane 8. Swimmers in lanes 1 through 7, all in the 12-13 years age group. Emily Heavens of Mid-Sussex Marlins going well. The 13-year-old a good few meters ahead now with the rest of the field. Last 5 meters now for both lanes 5 and lanes 7, who'll come into the wall together. Emily Heavens in 5, Ivy Osborne in 7. It is Osborne that gets the touch, 2:38.52. New lifetime best for Ivy Osborne to set the fastest time of the 200 fly so far. The 12-year-old goes 2:38.52, drops 0.48 of a second on her previous lifetime best. Emily Heavens goes 2:38.66. to take second place. Jess Kennedy, 2:39.79, is in third from lane 2. There's the official result. This is now heat 2. Second heat, the female 200 fly, Summer Chirita for Wickham's in 0. Daisy Kirkpatrick for Swim Bournemouth in 1. Amelia Morris of Northumberland and Durham Performance in 2. Megan Barnacote for the City of Peterborough in 4. Elsie Hatton for Repton in 5. Maya Kawa for Warrington in 7. Annie Falkers for Northumberland and Durham Performance in 8. Philippa Cutmore of Corby is in lane 9. Great lead here from lane 2. Amelia Morris at Northumberland Durham Performance goes 1:49.47. That's a 40.35 split from her. 40.80 for Annie Falkers in lane 8. The swimmers in lanes 5, 7, 8, 9 and also lane 0 are in the 13 years age group. 14-year-olds make up the rest of the pool. Lanes 1, 2 and 4 all in the 14 years age category. Last 15 metres for Amelia Morris of Northumberland and Durham Performance. She's looking at a PB of 2:34.99, so anything 2:35 or faster will be a new lifetime best, and she's going to be way inside that here. Amelia Morris, new lifetime best of 2:32.83. That's a 2-second PB for Amelia Morris. Annie Falkers goes 2:34.59. And Megan Barnacote 2:37.86. I think 2:34.5 from Falkers will qualify her for the 13 years final. I think that's actually guaranteed because there are fewer than 10 13-year-olds left to come. So Falkers qualifies for the 13 years final with a 2:34.59. There's the official result for Heat 2. This is Heat 3. Heat 3 of the female 200 fly. Chloe Gent, City of Leicester's in 0. Hattie Lawson for Winsford in 1. Emily Rose, City of Salford in 2. Connie Banerjee, Derby XL in 3. Neve Truscott for Seagulls in 4. Erin Goodbody for Tigers in 5. 6 is Hermione Coakley-Hines for Wirral Metro. In 7 is Evelyn Berry for Chippenham. Lane 8 is Evie Armstrong for Dunstable. And lane 9, Eve Herbert Jarvis for Sevenside. Early lead in this one comes from Chloe Gent from the City of Leicester. She's down in lane 0. 15-year-old, enters on a 2:34.5, has gone faster though since 2:32.9 is her fastest ever effort. She's a good way ahead here. The rest of the field trying to close the gap. Niamh Truscott in 4 and Erin Goodbody in 5. Both trying to close in, but they'll be 5 meters back. 2:28.72, first time ever under 2:30 for Chloe Gent. That is a fantastic effort. Niamh Truscott goes 2:31.89. That is a new lifetime best by some 3 seconds there. Emily Rowe goes 2:34.03. That's a new PB too. Hattie Lawson in the 13 years age group goes 2:36.84. That should be enough for the 13 years final. There's the official result for heat 3. This is heat 4.
Heat 4, 13 in total. There's 3 events in this little mini second session of the morning. Second 2 both going to be 50-metre events. Taking part in the water right now, Maidstone's Ruby Waller in lane 0. Nova Centurion's Charlotte Callahan-Way in 1. In 2, Norwich Swan, Amelia Saunders. In 3, Wigan Best, Olivia Knox. In 4, Winsford's Annabelle Chan. In 5, Bristol and South Gloucestershire's Sophia Fitzpatrick. In 6, Wirral Metro's Harper Aspinall. In 7, Stockport Metro's Gabriella Giblin. In 8, Repton's Isabel Parson-Lowe. In 9, Puttridge's Isabella Paulsio. All about the outside lanes as we approach the final turn. As Isabella Parson, Isabella Paulsio in 8 and 9. And in 1, 2 and 3, Charlotte Callahan-Wesson, Amelia Saunders and Olivia Knox. Also in 6, Harper Aspinall for Wirral Metro. She's actually in second, 0.3 behind our leader, Parsons Loads. So this is anywhere across 6 lanes. Of course, loads of age groups involved here. Everything from 13 through to the senior age category. In fact, every age group represented. So although there's 6 going for the heat win, they're going for 5 different age groups too. And one of the best finishes is going to come from Callahan-Wesson. In lane 1, she gets the touch, 2:31.13, over 2.5 seconds of her lifetime best. Well done, Charlotte. Amelia Saunders next door, 2:31.48, another lifetime best. And Harper Aspinall, third home, 2:31.75, makes it a trio of PBs in your top 3. This is just waiting to be confirmed on our in-venue scoreboard. Just a change for lane 0's time. For those that are now confirmed, no change in your top 3 in timings. This is heat number 5. in the water from the bottom lane if you're watching online, far side if you're in the gallery. Basingstoke and Districts, Rebecca Johnston. In 1, Trafford Metro, Georgia Cowgill. Watford's Ruby May Kiyoburo in 2, Rotherham Metro again. In 3, Isla Clark. Portsmouth Northsea, Matilda Bassendale in 4. Leatherheads, Sienna Raincock in 5. Beausejour Barracudas, Elodie Riley in 6. Watford's Summer Everson in 7. Royal School Wolverhampton and Martha Ricketts in 8. And in 9, Trafford Metro, Letian Wu. She's over in lane number 9. Riley leads by almost a full second. She was one of several PBs coming into this meet, 2:33.34. Seen several times quicker than that already. And she's in our 17-year category, and with another, so that's 7 heats to come, she's going to have to get, well, sub 2:30 minimum, and could be quicker than that as well if she wants to be in the fastest 10 spots tonight. I say tonight, it'll be this afternoon, won't it? Day 6. Still leads, but it's been cut from 1 second to 1/10. Sienna Raincock, Letian Wu in your top 3. Isla Clark, one of our last few 14-year-olds in the event. Couple in heat number 6 coming up. And Sienna Raincock has taken this heat by the scruff of the neck in the last 50 metres, absolutely flying through. Letian Wu moves into 2nd place over in 9. That is a superb swim though in 5. Leatherhead Sienna Raincock, 2:28.88. I'll make that the first time she's ever gone sub 2:30. She's absolutely smashed it. 2:28.88, well done. Summer Everson, 2:31. Another PB by a couple of seconds. And Letian Wu also sub 2:33 for the first time. Some brilliant swims already, and we're only 5 heats into this little session. Again, we just wait a few seconds for those times to turn blue. They all do. Fantastic. That was heat number 5. And this is heat number 6. Right, this time, who have we got? From lane 1, Wirral Metro's Ellie Jackson. In 2, Thurrock's Tierney Rooney. Teammate in 3, Louise Webster. Atlantis, Kiara Olney in 4. Northumberland and Durham's Sophia Anderson is in lane number 5. Eve Palmer for Portsmouth Northsea is in lane 6. In Southern, Whitney and Districts, Emma Franklin. In 8, Dunstable's Amy Sanders. And in 9, Nova Centurion's Emily Parkins. Every single swimmer somewhere between 2:31 and 2:33 on the entries. Remarkably close. We're about halfway through this event now, heat number 6 of 13. Seven PBs coming in from the 9 entrants. All tapering nicely. This end of season event. Kira Olney, I'm going to say half a fingertip in front of the field for Atlantis. She is the fastest on paper by 7/100ths of a second only. And it's less than that right now over Sophia Anderson next door for Northumberland and Durham. In fact, she's going to be leading unless it is in fact Franklin in Southern for Whitney and District. Also good turn in 2 for Tinny Rooney, coming back again after leading early. Well, well. Good turn for Sophia Anderson also. Gonna regain her lead at the front. Powering through the water in 2 is still Tinny Rooney, but she won't catch her leader in 5. It is a 2:32.51 for Sophia Anderson. A new personal best by 4/100ths of a second. Amy Sanders, in fact, pipped Tinny Rooney for second place, 2:33.06. She beat her PB by 1/100th of a second. That's remarkable. Those times are all good. On to heat number 7.
It's heat 7 of the female 200 metres butterfly. Eleanor Bath-Werenholm of Chelmsford is in 0. Verity Larwood of Woking in 1. Bettina Puskaska for Swindon Dolphin in 2. Molly Hughes for the City of Sheffield is in lane 3. Alba Nella for Richmond Dale is in lane 4. Sophia Simonis for Elmbridge in 5. Anna Miles Simonite of West Dorset in 6. Viana Seafeet for the City of Salford is in 7. Martha Sumnall for the City of Liverpool is in lane 8, and Isabel Pode for the City of Birmingham is in lane number 9. Viana Seafeet from the City of Salford, medalist yesterday. She's in the 14-15 years age group here. Based on entry times, if you want to make the 14-15 years final, you're looking at going probably under 2:30, to be honest. Well, I say that 2:30.04 is the fastest 15-year-old. 2:30.95 is the 10th fastest. So the top 10 are all within a second of each other on entry times. So that's Seafeet in the lead there for the City of Salford. Miles Simonite in second place, but it is Simonite moving slightly faster, 39.78 on that 50, 40.02 for Viana Seafeet. Last 20 metres to swim. The West Dorset swimmer in lane 6, 17 years old, is Miles Simonite. Lane 8 could be in this too. Martha Sumnall for the City of Liverpool. It will be 15-year-old Sumnall that takes the heat, 2:29.03. Well, I said under 2:30 for the 15 years final. That is under 2:30, most certainly. We'll have to wait and see if she is able to make the final. It will all depend on how fast the remaining 15-year swimmers go. 2:31.4 for 13-year-old Sophia Simonis. She will make the 13 years final with that time. Viana Seafeet goes 2:30.75. Well, on paper, that puts her in the final, but There's still plenty more 14, 15-year swimmers to come. This is heat 8. In T8, the female 200 meters butterfly, Rebecca Coogan for Furrocks in lane 0. Carmen Jenkins for Maidstone goes in lane 1. Matilda Boyce for Bracknell and Wokinghams in 2. Sophie Grinley for Winsford in 3. 4 is Lily Murrell for Norwich Swan in 5. It's Nadine Wilson for Northumberland and Durham Performance. It's Gia Howes of Gloucester City in 6. 7 is Truman Rachel Ho for the City of Birmingham. In 8, it's Maisie Bradley for Samwell. Lane 9 is Rose O'Brien for Portsmouth North Sea. Nadine Wilson, aged 17, leads at the moment. Again, under 2:30 should make the 17 years final as well here. Got to be the target for Nadine Wilson. Her lifetime best is 2:29.7, so she can go underneath that 2:30 mark. We've seen one time underneath it so far. Can we get another here and now? Last couple of meters. The wall does go to Nadine Wilson first. 2:26.24, big new lifetime best. 2:26 would have put her deep into the cyclical heat. She would have been in the central lane of a cyclical heat with a 2:26. So that's a great swim from Nadine Wilson. Rose O'Brien goes 2:26.40. It's like a 4-second PB, 5-second PB for Rose O'Brien. And Maisie Bradley goes 2:29.44. I'm pretty sure O'Brien will make the 14-15 years final with that time. This is heat 9. Well into the 9th heat of female 200 meters butterfly this morning. It's Abigail Rogers of Basildon and Phoenix in lane 0, Isla Theed for Camden Swiss in 1, Jessica Long for Bromley's in 2, Amelia Wright of Harrogate's in 3, Summer Miller of Bishop Stortford goes in lane 4, Isabella Sawyer for Atlantis in 5, Francesca Hallam-Stott for Grantham goes in 6, Camilla Holland of Wigan is in lane 7, Jui Hayakawa for Barney Copthall in lane 8, and Jennifer Smith for Northumberland and Durham Performance is in lane 9. Summer Miller is one of the fastest 13-year-olds to enter the National Summer Meet. There is one very quick 12-year-old to come all the way down in heat 12. Addison Cropper enters on 2:26.7. Fastest 14-year-old time we've seen so far is the 2:26.40 in the previous heat from Rose O'Brien. But it's lane 3, Amelia Wright in that 14-15 years age group. If she wins this heat and goes under 2:26.24, she is 100% guaranteed to make the final tonight. Last 15 meters. And Amelia Wright going very, very well indeed in lane 3. Her lifetime best is 2:24.5. This morning she goes 2:24.3, new PB and guaranteed to make the 14-15 years final. Jess Long goes 2:28.82 to finish in second. It's a decent time from a 14-15 year swimmer and very well could make the final. Isabella Sawyer goes 2:28.84 to finish in third. She's in the 18 years age group. There's the official result for heat 9. This is heat 10. Tenth heat of the female 200 meters butterfly. It's Myla Brooke of Millfield in 0, Sophia Sugden for the City of Manchester's in 1, Phoebe Chadwick of Teddington in 2, Malika Azanabul for the City of Leeds in 3, Orna Lett of Northampton's in 4, Eleanor Deakin for Teddington in 5, Sienna West for Wickham is in lane 6, Ella Humphrey to Millfield in 7, Layla Richmond for Maxwell's in lane 8, Lily Rose Jinks of Cheadle goes in lane 9. The 14-15 year swimmers are going quick this morning. Malika Azanabul is in the lead through the first 100 meters, 67.87 for the City of Leeds swimmer. Fastest time that we've seen so far this morning was in the previous heat. Amelia Wright's 2:24.31, 6-second improvement on her entry time. Puts her top of the 14-15 years rankings and top of the overall rankings as we see if there's any change after this 10th heat. Lane 3 is 5 meters away from finishing here. Malika Azanabul of City Leeds will touch first in 2:25.32. That's the second fastest time so far overall, and also the second fastest time in her age group. Second, Phoebe Chadwick of Teddington. And third there, Eleanor Deakin for Teddington. So Malika Azanabal will make the 14-15 years final with that time. Phoebe Chadwick, Eleanor Deakin will have to wait and see for their 17 years final. This is heat 11.
Competing from lane 0, Mila Brook for Millfield, Sophia Sugden, City of Manchester Aquatics. In 2, Phoebe Chadwick for Teddington, Malakai Azanabal for City of Leeds, Ornelette for Northampton. In 5, Elena Deakin for Teddington. In 6, Sienna West for Wickham District, Ella Humphreys for Millfield, Layla Richmond for Maxwell, and Lily Jinks for Cheadle and District. Still got 15-year-olds here. Well, Iris Hurst in that category. 16 represented by Isabel Handley, Lily Lambert and Megan Thorpe. So from 0, Hurst, McGill, Handley, Barras, Shering, Bailey, Lambert, Hanson, Thorpe and Beard. Every single entrant, either a PB or a next season's best in qualifying for this meet and this event. Leading in 4, Isabella Shering, City of Sheffield Swim Squad. In 1, Poppy McGill, Puttridge, 2:27 PB for her coming in. And in 5, Eva Bailey for Ledbury and Malvern, already won a bronze in the 400 IM this week. So the top 2 turn, Shering and Bailey. In 1, Poppy McGill. In 6 and 7, Lily Lambert and Francesca Hansen. This is a strong swim. 2:21.94 this season, 2:20 her best. And our cyclically seeded heats are going to the paperwork. 2:20.25 for Isabella Shering. PB by a couple of tenths of a second. Eva Bailey, 2:23.30. 400ths under her lifetime best. And Iris Hurst on the outside, great final 50 for her. The Warrington Warrior, 2:24.75, PB by almost 1 full second. All those times are confirmed in venue. This is heat number 12. From lane 0, and it's a quick start for Freya Gordon, Hazelmere Swimming Club. Ayla Farkason for Exeter City in 1. In 2, City of Leeds, Addison Cropper. In 3, City of Manchester Aquatics, Zara Davies. In 4, Evangeline Belt for Plymouth College Aquatics. We jump over to lane 6 for Isabel Brandon Rugby. Elizabeth Dudman for Basingstoke and District in Southern. Ava Connell for City of Leeds in 8. And Faith Fellows for Southport is in 9. Now the standout little stat here, Addison Cropper in lane 2, 12 years of age. And she is the youngest by 4 years, so we do get the fastest 5 in the country invited here. And she is one of those in that age group. That is remarkable, 2:26.78 PB. Racing girls far more experienced and senior in age too. So great experience. Zara Davies for City of Manchester Aquatics leads the way. Silver already this week in the 100 fly. Listening could go one better maybe. Season's best 2:23, lifetime best 2:21. In 4, Evangeline Belt for Plymouth College Aquatics. Both of these girls in our senior category. And then in 6, Isabel Brand representing rugby in the 16-year age group. So that is going to guarantee her spot in the final later on this afternoon. Just the time waiting, 2:21.83 for Zara Davies. So season's best and just off her lifetime too. Evangeline Belt 2:23.33. She has gone quicker this year. And Isabel Brand rounds out your top 3. But she leads the 16-year category in that 8 with a 2:24. 4th place was Freya Gordon in lane 0, and our 12-year-old Addison Cropper, 2:36.05. So a little bit off her personal best, but great to have her here. Great occasion for her. Now those times have not been confirmed yet. We'll wait a moment. Cropper's time was reduced to 2:35.30. The rest remain the same. Davies, Belt and Brand, your top 3. Should see all of those again later on this afternoon and a few more. One more heat to come. This is it. Here's heat number 13. Last heat, but still 3 age groups to be decided who's going to be in the final 10. Going for it are Wickham District's Hazel Ann Carter, Newcastle's Lauren Cox, City of Sheffield Swim Squad's Isla Heathcote, City of Manchester Aquatics Naomi Parker, University of Birmingham's Poppy Babett, Burnley Bobcats Lucy Turner, Watford's Alice Weston, City of Liverpool's Mia Burslem, Eastleigh's Alana Maddock and Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson's Reese Huckle. Quick start from Lucy Turner, the Bobcat, 2:20.05 PB, 2:22 entry time. Looking to record a time closer to the former. She's ahead of Naomi Parker, the Manchester Aquatic swimmer, and Lauren Cox. Hazel Ann Carter coming back strong on the 3rd 50-metre stretch. The Wickham District swimmer, already a gold medalist this week in the 400 free. She's in the 17-year category. Got a couple of 16-year-olds here too. Lauren Cox and Isla Heathcote. Also Reese Huckle in lane number 9. 5 in the middle, all 18 and over. So not long left to decide who is going to be in what final. You could potentially see all 10 of these girls in their respective races this afternoon. This final is going to be around about 5:15-ish. Great swim though from Lucy Turner, start to finish, 2:21.86. Beats her qualifier time, bit off her lifetime best. Hazel-Ann Carter comes through strong in the second half of that race for second place, 2:25.68, massive personal best by 4 seconds. And Naomi Parker, 2:26. She can't go quicker, saving it for later maybe if she gets into that final. Those times are confirmed. Next up, we have a swim off. Matt.
Well, often a swim off a short affair. This time, not the case. These two will race off in the female 200 meters breaststroke. This is the swim off. These two swimmers tied 11th in the 14-15 years 200 meters breaststroke. That means they're swimming off for first reserve into that final. Should someone pull out from the final, then whoever touches the wall first out of these two swimmers will go into the final in their place. Billy Marie Bullock in lane 4 for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Poppy Nutman in lane 5 for the borough of Kirklees. They both went 250.55. There were margins outside 10th place actually. 10th place was 250.47. Qualifying for that final was really, really tight. So 10th was 250.47. Then 9th was 2 100ths back in 250.45. 8th, 4 100ths back in 250.41. 7th was 8 100ths back in 250.33. So you can see how close 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th was. Swim off times are completely legitimate times. They will go onto the swimming ranking, so it's another shot at a swim, it's another chance at a PB. Wow, only 8 100ths of a second between them at a 100-meter turn. 1:21.92 for Poppy Nutman, 1:22.00 for Billy Marie Bullock. The Kirklees swimmer trying to claw back those 8 100ths of a second. 8 100ths is nothing. Who has more to give down the last 50? Of course, they only swam this race a couple of hours ago, swimming it again. It will be Billy Marie who leads over Poppy into the final turn, and that's a more significant lead, 0.89 of a second between them now. And you'd think this would go the way of the younger swimmer in lane 4, unless Poppy Nutman can find something significant on this last 50. Any advance on 250.55 for Billy Marie Bullock in lane 4 of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. Well, she's only got 10 left to go. Very clear that she is going to come out on top, and this time is going to be well underneath the time she went in the heats. 250 in the heats, 248.34 in the swim off. And that's exciting because that time would have put her into the final in 4th place if she'd done it in the heats. Now she is confirmed as the 11th placed finisher. That means that she needs to hope that somebody pulls out of the final if she wants to swim out. Now we go to the other end of the pool for 50-meter events, the open male, 50 meters butterfly. 9 heats of this to bring you. Let's go, heat 1. Well, we will be bringing you that race in just a moment. Don't forget that finals begin at the earlier time of 3 p.m. 3 o'clock this afternoon for finals to get underway here at Ponds Forge. It's only 3¼ hours from the last finals session of the Go-Kartless Swim England National Summer Meet. Don't forget, while you're walking around Ponds Forge, to enter our treasure hunt competition. There are QR codes dotted all around the pool here at Ponds Forge. Scan them and you could win the treasure. The treasure is a Speedo bundle, thanks to our official kit suppliers, Speedo. Everyone loves some free stuff, and it's so easy to do. You just have to scan a QR code. I've seen a couple of them dotted around. Go and have a look as you're walking around the pool this afternoon. Scan your QR code, win some free treasure. And there's a competition you can enter without even having to move anywhere. The QR code one, you have to go and walk around and find QR codes. The other competition we're running is for some Speedo goggles. You can enter that just by taking a selfie. So Ewan and I are going to do it because it's low stakes now. We're going to jump on Instagram, jump on our story. We're going to tag Swim England and Speedo UK. And then we're going to be in with a chance of getting some Speedo gold medals. Speedo goggles, that's what I was looking for. Make it summary if you can. So we're going to go now, just like this. Sweet, that's our entry sorted. Mention Speedo UK and Swim England, and then you will be in with a chance of winning some Speedo goggles. We saw some great ones yesterday. Who's going to win today's competition? Do it now while you sat here waiting for the racing to start. Get on your Instagram story, take a selfie, tag Speedo UK, tag Swim England, get in with the fun. Okay, I think we should be about ready to go now. The open male, 50 meters butterfly, 9 heats. This is heat 1. First of 9 heats, the open male, 50 meters butterfly. It is Nathan Carrington of GB Def in lane 3 and Azrit Delanin for Chelsea and Westminster in lane number 5. 15-year-old Azrit Delanin is going to win this heat. Lifetime best for him is 29.61. He's going to annihilate that, 27.11. Well, certainly not thrown there at all. 27.11, big new lifetime best. More of that, please. That's heat 1 complete. Nathan Carrington also with a great swim. He dips underneath the 30-second mark. Next up is heat 2. Heat 2 of the open male, 50 meters butterfly. Lane 0 is Will Lancashire. In 1 is Thomas Harvey. 2, Jack Smith. 3, Kai O'Connell-Boyle. 4, Miles Willis. 5, Dylan Statificus. 6, Henry Jones. 7, Patrick O'Hara. 8, Mason Grady. 9, Cole Hood. First on the wall is going to be lane 6. Henry Jones goes 27.40. That is the new lifetime best. First time underneath 28 seconds for the 16-year-old. Delanis Stativicus goes 27.83 to finish in second. Mason Grady in third. This is heat 3. So the open male 50 fly, Green, Hunter, Fuller, Sorrell, Kimberly, Hung, Watson, Lee, English and Hughes, the 10 swimmers in the pool on this one. Lane 2, just ahead of the 35-meter mark. That's Dylan Fuller. He's in the 17 years age group. Last 5 meters, it looks like it will come from lane 2. It will in 26.86. First time underneath 28 seconds for Dylan Fuller. Huge improvement. Over a second PB for Dylan Fuller. Oscar Hunter second, Kean Lee in third. There's the official result for heat 3. Heat 4. Heat 4 of the open male 50 meters butterfly. Lane 6 with the best start there. Oliver Parry of Aquabears of Rochdale in the 17 years age group. Lifetime best for him is 27:01. We've seen times underneath 27 seconds already. Can he match that or go better? Last 5 now for Oliver Parry of Aquabears. I think he'll get there just ahead of lane 2. He does in 26:80. That's his first time underneath 27 seconds, and then joint second place. The 15-year-olds Ryan Turner and Ben Barnes go 26:98 each. Both break 27 seconds for the first time. Top 3 in Heat 4 are sub 27. Heat 5. Open male 50 meters butterfly. Heat 5 is away. It's Ward, Close, Harvey, Banks, Gunner, Sawyer, Molnar, Owen, Beach and Jones in the pool this time around. No clear leader at the 35-meter mark. Maybe just lane 5 stands Sawyer from York City. Lifetime best for him is 27:24. Silver medalist this week on the 100 fly. Will he get the touch on the finish, or will it come from lane 1? It will be lane 1. Ryan Close of Bedford goes 26:47. That is the new lifetime best by 5/100ths. Stan Sawyer goes 26:60 to finish in second place, his first time underneath 27 seconds. Official result is there for Heat 5. This is Heat 6. Bramwell, Kravchenko, Singh, Hill, Leo, Williams, Hosier, Langford and Osborne, the 9 athletes in the pool this time around. Lane number 4, just ahead of the bunch here. Jaden Leo of Derby Excel, gold medalist on the 100 fly. He's in the 16 years age group. Clearly in control of this 50. Into the last 5, it will be Leo in lane 4 that wins. 26:16 for Jaden Leo. Dan Williams goes 26:42 to set a new PB by 0.4 of a second and take second place. Danilo Kravchenko 26.49 is also a new PB for him. That one by 3/100ths of a second. Official result is there for Heat 6. This is Heat 7. Zero is Winterburn in 1, it's Atwood, 2 Deans in 3, Davies in 4, Jarvis in 6, Vasconcelos Blanche in 7, Shankai in 8 and Toms in lane 9. Close between lanes 4 and 3 on this one. Davies in 4, Dean in 3, it will be lane 4 there first, 25.25 for Elwyn Davies is just off his all-time fastest. 2/100ths clear of Henry Dean in lane 3, who goes 25.27, again just off his PB. Vasconcelos Blanche in their third, 25.84. That is a new lifetime best and first time sub 26 seconds for the young man from Rushden. This is Heat 8. Eighth heat of the open male 50 meters butterfly is away. It's Cooper, Blazej, Cox, Jones, Toms, Watts, Dean, Hartley, Young and Scrivener in the pool. Lane 5 is just ahead here. Now lane 7 going very, very nicely. It's Watts in lane 5, Hartley in lane 7. Who out of these two will get the touch? It's Oliver Watts in 25.23. Again, just off his all-time fastest. Lucas Hartley goes 25.44. That is a new lifetime best by half a second. Charlie Toms goes 25.51. He is about half a second off his PB there in the penultimate heat of the 50 fly. Heat 9. Full set of swimmers in this final heat of the open male 50 fly. Osborne, Goldup, Roberts Burrell, Platter, Mahatmatoglu, Tritton, Paker, Smith, Rounce and Dolling in the field. Final 50 meters, lane 3 is just ahead to that 35 meter mark. That's Luca Plater for Mid-Sussex Marlins. The 21-year-old has a lifetime best of 24.88. He will take the heat. What time is it? 25.00 for Luca Plater. Great swim from him. Jason Mahatmatoglu goes 25.28 to finish second. It's Burke Ray Paker in third place for Warwick. 50 meters butterfly, heats complete. Next up, the female 50 meters backstroke. We should be about ready for heat number 1.
Yeah, we didn't have that much set.
First of 8 heats from lane 3, just 4 competitors in our first one. Agata Skurbakova, City of Coventry, Madison Notley from Medway Maritime, Ella Green for Witney and District, and Matilda Bassendale for Portsmouth North Sea. 33 seconds or thereabouts. Leading into the final 10 is Agata Skurbakova, 33.25 PB coming in. Couple of meters to hang on, gets there. 32.56, new lifetime best by 0.7 of a second. Madison Notley also goes sub 33 for the first time, as does Ella Green. Great work, girls. Those times confirmed immediately. This is heat number 2. From the bottom, Hurst, Beach, Ackroyd, Wakefield, Stoyanova, Dolan, Forster, Marison, Howard and Spencer. well through halfway, and looks like Freya Beach had the best of the starts, the Newcastle swim team member. But coming through in lane 3, Elizabeth Wakefield. Is it hers? Yes, it is. 31.96. Ever so close. First time going sub 32 for Elizabeth. Well done. Second, Riley Ackroyd, 32.09. Season's best for her. Third place, Emily Marson, City of Leeds. Those times all good. This is heat number 3. Jones helps Mayer, Galloway, Johnson, Hagberg, Hall, Turner and Brown. This one going down the middle at 25 metres, Erin Johnson, and then Eaton and Bedworth. 31.43 PB, going nicely in the blue cap in 5, Megan Johnson, Emma Hagberg in 6 in the red swimsuit. Any of the middle 4, who gets it? Emma Hagberg 31.25, and a tie for second for Megan Johnson and Ruthie Galloway. It's going to be the thinnest of margins to see who is going to be in what finals later. This is heat 4. From lane 0 clear, jump to lane 2, Annabelle Blackbird, Isla Ince, Darcy Jackson, Eve Parkin, Layla Lawrenson, Amber Kinghorn, Millie Linton and Matilda Biggs. Looks like Grace Clear at the bottom has started the best. Can she hang on? All of these girls with PBs starting with the number 31. Looking good on the far side in 9.2, Matilda Biggs, yes, 31.63. Couple of tenths off her lifetime best. Already won a bronze this week in the 200 back. Those times all good. 31.80 for Amber Kinghorn, 31.95 Grace Clear. The top 3, the only girls under 32. This is heat 5. Tang, Ainsworth Fletcher, Wingham, De Klerk, Paisley, Jago, Main, Cushion and Gilbert Bevan. Best through 30 metres. Emily Ainsworth Fletcher, the Winchester City Penguin. Can she hold on? Coming back in 3 is Lottie De Klerk. She does, 31.39. 200ths of a second outside her best. Grace Wingham, in fact, got second place. 31.52. That is a lifetime best for her. Well done. Third place, Gilbert Bevan. There were 5 swimmers under 32. That is where we're heading. All those times locked in. This is heat number 6 of 8.
I'm out for so long because the block thing broke. I was like sweating. I breathe. If I need it, that was bad. That was just a living. After I drink more water. Yeah, pretty good.
Conde, Freeman, Curry, Sell, Hum, Monday, Hansford, Horton, Al Mohammed and Mohammed. GSM and Libby Monday, quickest through 25 metres into our seeded heats now. That is what we expect to see. Libby Monday doing exceptionally well. Already got a silver this week on the 100 back. Hum, silver on the 200 back. They are the first two home. 30.23 and 30.59. Quickest 2 times we've seen so far. And they are, well, lifetime best for Libby Monday, just outside Hum's best. Best of the rest, Megan Hansford 31.18. New PB by a couple of tenths of a second. Those times are all good. And this will be heat number 7 in just a moment. Taking part, we have got Hernandez, Taylor, Armstrong, Davis, Hall, O'Mahony, Hammond, Wright, Henderson, Dillov and Platts. Again through the middle, it's lane 4 this time. Hannah O'Mahony, the Manchester aquatic swimmer. Season's best, 30.46. Going to be challenged hard by Abigail Davis. They are the first two home. 30.54 for your winner. 3 tenths back Davis, third place, 30.98. 3 girls go sub 31. We're going to get a few more, I'm sure, in our last heat. That was heat 7. And to conclude the session before our break and final starting at 3 o'clock, this is heat number 8. From the bottom then, the last time to qualify for finals later on today. Evie Allen, Emily Grady, Veronica Venuti, Maya Curley, Lucy Block, Tallulah Paisley, Cara Redford, Adria Radionte and Edith Hamilton. Through the middle, lane 4 for the second time in succession. Maya Curley, this time for the City of Birmingham. The time is 30.39. She can go a little bit quicker. Didn't need to right now, though. That's for the final later. Lucy Block will join out 30.53. Outside her personal best by 100th of a second. And Adria Radionte, 31.19. That is a personal best for her by a couple of tenths. Well done, all of our girls and boys in this session. That is racing done for the time being. A big thank you to our officials. Your work is done. Go and grab some well-earned lunch. We'll see you again later on this afternoon. Warm-up is at 2:05. Warm-up at 2:05. Final start for the 6th and last time this week at 3 p.m. Thank you for joining us in venue and online at these Go-Cardless Swim England National Summer Meet 2025. One final session to go. We'll see you 3 o'clock.